arrives in a small town called Sweetwater. The leader of the gang is Blackjack, and his right-hand man is Kevin. As they settle in, Blackjack sees his nephew Sunny playing with the local kids. Blackjack starts to doubt if Sunny is fit for the outlaw life. He quickly scolded Sunny, telling him to act properly. Soon Blackjack orders his men to rob the town's bank. Inside, he forces the scared bank teller to open the safe. When the teller refuses, Blackjack shoots one of the teller's fingers to make him comply outside the bank. Sunny, who is keeping watch, sees a prostitute named Deli. Wanting to impress her, Sunny shares one of his favorite books with Deli, who is known to be kind. He asks her to sign the book, but their interaction is interrupted when the town security forces arrive. One of the gang members warns Blackjack. The outlaws prepare to escape, and in the chaos, Blackjack shoots a customer who tries to stop them. During the shootout, Sunny sees the Deli husband hit by a stray bullet. Andy needs help. Sunny also finds a fellow gang member wounded by gunfire. Andy helps him. Eventually, the outlaws escape the town with their stolen money. After they have traveled far enough from Sweetwater, Blackjack tells the gang to stop Andy to find the loot. Knowing that some of their friends have died, Blackjack warns the others that their journey will be even more dangerous. Andy more might die. Blackjack's brother Badger, who is injured, assures them he can continue. So they move on. A few hours later, Blackjack sees that the security forces are catching up. They must keep moving without rest. Sunny worries about Badger's injury, and he thinks he needs a break. But Badger insists on continuing, even though Sunny is worried. Unfortunately, Sunny's worries come true and the Badger falls behind. Sunny helps and he stays with him during their tough journey. The next day, Badger, weakened from blood loss, falls off his horse. Knowing he is dying, Badger asks his friends to end his suffering, but they refuse as the others leave. Badger tells Sunny to choose a different life, one unlike their dead existence, a life more like the boot Sunny was reading. In a sad moment, Badger asks Sunny to end his pain. Despite never having fired a gun before, Sunny reluctantly fulfills Badger's final wish, ending his suffering. The sound of gunshots caught Kevin's attention, and he returned to praise his nephew for being helpful to the group. Suddenly, gunfire from an unknown shooter behind the cliff surprised them. Sunny had been shot in the leg by the security forces on top of the cliff. Seeing the authorities getting closer, the group quickly fled, leading to a chase and a shootout. While escaping, a bullet hit the horse carrying their loot. Blackjack thought about getting the money, but Kevin insisted they leave it to avoid more deaths. Eventually, the security forces stopped chasing them. The gang continued to escape, going through a dangerous sandstorm, but finding no more safety after some time. They came out of the storm and they saw a beautiful green landscape which amazed them. As they traveled through the strange forest, they found a lone Native American man sitting by a useless-looking gate. Soon they discovered a small town. When Blackjack and his men entered, the townspeople looked at them with surprise. Sheriff Forrest came to greet them. Blackjack lied, saying they were herders, attacked by Apache Indians and needed help. Sheriff Forrest was kind, and he offered them a place to rest their horses, drinks at the bar and a free stay at the hotel. The bandits were surprised by the sheriff's generosity, but couldn't refuse. Blackjack asked Forrest to show them the telegram office, pretending to need to contact the cattle owner. Forrest said their town had no more connection to the outside world. Forrest then had Deputy Glenn take them to rest, and a woman named Rose led the injured to the doctor. Before they left Forrest, reminded them not to use bad language in the town, except in the bar as Rose guided the wounded. Sunny asked how long she had lived, sir. Rose sighed. She had been in the town for exactly 5 years. 1 week and 2 days they met Dr. Woods. Blackjack felt he recognized Sheriff Forrest, but couldn't remember from where. He told the others that the townspeople were unarmed and he could be easy to rob. But with Dr. Woods, Sunny said he had seen him before. Woods explained that he had lived where Sunny mentioned, but it was before Sunny was born. After treating Sunny, Rose asked how many people he had killed, and why they had so little rope for a herding group. Sunny didn't answer, so Rose left. Sunny then admitted he had only killed one person, who had asked him to do it. However, Rose didn't seem to care and he kept walking. At the same time, Dr. Woods showed Sheriff Forrest Deputy Glenn, a shop owner named Brooks, and a farmer named Lam, the bullets he had taken from the herding group. Forrest said that these bullets were never used by the Indians, making them suspect that the Blackjack gang was not a group of herders. However, Forrest wanted them to leave town peacefully. Glenn disagreed and he wanted to drive them away, but the others supported Forrest, wanting to avoid trouble. Meanwhile, Sunny joined the others at the bar. Blackjack met Woods, who was passing by, and he introduced himself as Jack Smith. He invited Dr. Woods for a drink, but Woods politely declined. As Woods left, Blackjack couldn't shake the feeling that he had seen the doctor before. As the sun set, the church bells rang, catching the attention of Blackjack's group. They saw the townsfolk going to the church, including the bar owner. They realized the town was full of religious people. Kevin remarked that their mission would be easy in such a place. Sunny asked Kevin what he meant, but Kevin told him it was none of his business. After the church service, Sunny approached Rose, and he explained that the man he had shot was dying, and he had asked to be put out of his misery. Sunny shared this so Rose wouldn't judge him wrongly. Sunny also confessed that he liked Rose, but then a drunk Kevin approached, and he attacked Sunny for talking to a woman before him. Kevin even tried to flirt with Rose. Seeing this, Forrest became angry. But before Forrest could act, Kevin pulled out a gun and he pointed it at him. Before Kevin could shoot, Sunny knocked him out. After subduing his uncle, Sunny apologized, and he asked if they should put Kevin in jail. Forrest said they didn't have a jail, and he then took Rose away. Blackjack asked Sunny what happened, and Sunny said Kevin collapsed because he drank too much. The next morning, Forrest asked Sunny to tell Blackjack that he wanted to talk to him. Curious, Sunny asked Forrest how long he had been the sheriff. Forrest said he had been sheriff for 10 years. After Forrest left, Sunny opened his book, and he realized that the sheriff looked like Wild Bill Hickok, a famous gunslinger who died in 1876 while playing poker. Soon after, Blackjack met with Forrest. Forrest expressed concern about Kevin's behavior toward Rose the night before, and he told Blackjack to control his men. Blackjack asked who had knocked out Kevin. Forrest explained that he didn't see any townspeople do it, and since Kevin was very drunk, he could have fallen on his own. Blackjack was curious why an unarmed sheriff like Forrest didn't carry a gun. Forrest simply said they had their own ways. Meanwhile, Kevin and Sunny went to Brooks' shop to steal ammunition. Sunny distracted Brooks by talking about the characters in his novels. Brooks wanted to show Sunny some classic novels he had for Sally. Sunny noticed that Brooks looked like the famous outlaw Jesse James, who was killed by his own gang in 1882, but Brooks strongly denied any connection. Their talk was interrupted when Kevin accidentally dropped some items while hiding stolen ammunition in his coat. Kevin gave the